Hello and welcome back to the Disney Ohioan. I'm the Disney Ohioan. I'm sorry I haven't been making videos in the past year or so, but it's been really busy and really hard. It's actually snowing right now, so that's why I got, the warm stuff on. A little icy, but I'll live. I actually want to talk about today Christmas and the holidays that ensue. I went to Best Buy before Christmas, and I decided to take a look at the the Kinect Disneyland game. I know, a little kiddish, but bear with me. It was really cool. I think one of the reasons why I think it was awesome was because it created the scene that you were there, that you were in Disney World, Disneyland, and you had really the control and the amount of experience, and it was very neat. Some points I wanted to note, I didn't get the game, but I tried it out, was that when you walked, it took me a couple minutes to learn how to walk in Disneyland. I thought at first you had to do a swinging arm motion. No, you don't. You stick your arm out like that, and you walk. The quests, that you can call them, were ranging from various stages, like a grab and go, to, like getting a picture with someone, getting a picture with a Disney character for that Disney character scrapbook. It ranged from that, and in the demo mode they also gave you some mini games to try out. One of the mini games that I did was Peter Pan's Flight, and what was really cool was that up to the attraction, everything in the Disneyland Kinect experience was very basic, very broad. The details were superb because even when you got up to the ride, it said, please keep all hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the ride at all times. Peter Pan's flight will come to a fully complete stop. Please make sure all belongings are stored. All that good stuff. It even said, which I thought was really cool, really good attention to detail. And I really think that's what brought out the game. But when you get into the mini games, they aren't the ride at all. You're not actually riding the ride. You're doing something inspired with the ride. So for the Peter Pan's Flight, for example, what you ended up doing was you flew around the skies of London trying to collect these coins, and all you had to do to move around was shift your weight from your left to your right and vice versa, really making it a fun experience because it showed you that this is what the ride was really supposed to be in their eyes, and you can't really do that on a mechanical track, but in a video game world anything's possible. So what embodies the soul of the ride, is truly what it is. Now in the demo version you couldn't go any further than Peter Pan's Flight, but I think it was a good way to test out what the Kinect Disneyland adventure was like, because so much detail, so much. I mean, literally there was even a hot dog stand, which I guess according to some people was, always there in Disneyland. Now myself personally have not been to Disneyland, but hopefully when they come out hopefully they'll come out with a Kinect Disney World. One thing to note, at this time, let me think. At this time, you can only go into the Magic Kingdom portion of Disneyland, and not too many differences from the Disney World version. Subtle differences, but nothing major, nothing too into it. It was all really good, actually. I can't complain. I mean, I really think that that vision software, that technology is really the way to go, because if you have a party with someone, I mean, and they're like a little kid, and you wanted to play Kinect Disneyland, it's a heck of a lot easier to to have a kid move their body in one way or another than using their thumbs, and really it really makes the experience all great and all better, because it brings you into the game. And what I found at the Best Buy one was that, you really are part of the experience. You really feel like you're in Disney World just because you aren't sitting on a couch playing a video game. And the fact that the details in that game were so great was amazing. There were a couple downsides to the game. I didn't try it, but there's a voice recognition, and I hear that's pretty good. The downsides to the game were the walking motion. I thought was kind of hard to pick up on the first try. I really thought it would be something a little more into it, like moving your feet or something, trying to, get that kind of motion instead of just bad. I mean, it really could have been better. The characters are very good, but when you want to talk to someone, you have to wave like this. And the problem is if you don't keep waving, it's not going to track it, so you have to keep waving like this for a good 30 seconds, 10 seconds until they finally pick up, when I figured just like a wave would have just done it. But I could see why they'd want you to have a repeated arm motion. I think another drawback to the system itself is the fact that if you have like a little kid, and like me, about 6 foot I think, it's really going to be hard for the camera because it adjusts to the angle, so the angle of the little kid, you'll be looking at the person's feet. So it's very hard. And one more drawback, which is kind of general, is just the space requirements for the Kinect in general. If you have a small room or you don't have a basement, I mean, I could see how it could be a problem. Or if you're living in an older house, and some of the games, I know they make you jump, they make you run in place and everything, and make a lot of movement against the ground. And I could see if you have an older house, you really wouldn't want too much movement unless you're in the basement. So that's definitely one drawback to itself, would be the Kinect itself. But Disneyland Adventures, Kinect Adventures, is just, honestly, I can look past all of these problems because it's such a great game and it's got such a great concept. I mean, you don't have to even leave your house to go to Disneyland now. You can simply plug it into your game system and you can go. And that, I think, is awesome, because you can really bring the magic home. Truly can. And you won't have to worry about the lines or anything. And if it's a snowy day like it is outside and you want to go to Disneyland, experience the magic, maybe get off YouTube and do something, you can. And you really feel at home when you're playing one of those games. I have to admit, it was a lot of fun. So this is Disney Ohioan signing off. I really do think, though, that in conclusion, to wrap it all up, Kinect, if you can look past the faults that Kinect Disneyland has, then I guarantee you, you will have one of the best gaming experiences ever. Thank you.